uh, uh, da, 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 da. I was going to do a food live stream, but heading out, getting in my truck, and thought about where I was going to get my food, which was Sonic. I took a second thought and said, nah, it's too cold for this shit. Sit in my truck eating this food, doing a live stream. So I just said, fuck it. I'll get something to eat, go visit my dad for a while. I played some pool with him. He's got a new pool table. So I played some pool with him. And I whooped his ass. I think it was like 5-2, 6-2, somewhere in that. But he took it easy on me on 2 shots. He shouldn't have done it. But and I love basically what I titled the stream for. Can you? I mean, it's something I've done before, especially in video series. Can you imagine? But can you imagine this? I'm there with my dad and sitting, showing him some of my YouTube videos, showing him that Archie Bunker one. I showed it to him before, but I just showed it to him again. The suicide memes and the Green Acres. And, I asked him if he ever seen a live stream. Someone do a live stream on YouTube and put it. He said no. He doesn't get that stuff. He watches YouTube videos, but he doesn't know exactly how you get the meaning of some of the stuff about being a YouTuber yourself and videos and live streams and stuff. He doesn't get a lot of it, so he said he's never seen a live stream before. I've told him basically it's other than a video. It's not a video that someone recorded and then uploaded. It's something that's happening at the moment. They launch a stream, a live feed to their camera, and then whatever they're doing is being broadcast at the moment they start the stream. And I told him, so if he's never heard of live streams, I doubt he's heard of super chats. So I told him what super chats were. Hold on. So I told him basically super chats were like donations or like tips for a live stream. Someone chooses to donate money, and a certain amount. It could be as low as $1.99 up to 100. I don't know if they got it to where you go above 100 now. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. And I was basically just telling him that, wanting to tell him that my channel is now eligible to receive super chats, and my channel is now again monetized. I doubt I will do the necessary things to receive the money. I'm more likely just leave the money in limbo because I'm not doing it. I didn't activate the stuff to receive the money because I didn't do it because I actually wanted to get the money or receive any money. I did it just for what the hell and have you puppets dancing in spite of the fact that I could get money, I can get money, and I could get money, and I'm actually refusing it because, unlike y'all, I am happy. I am, unlike a certain someone else, I am happy. I'm not spiteful that I'm not receiving something. Or if I was, I would have reactivated my channel's monetization long time ago. But let's see, what was I doing over here? But I love it. I love it. As I'm telling him this shit, I had my phone in my hand and I went to show him what a super chat was actually, what a viewer is doing to view a super chat. So I launched YouTube on my phone and I was going to look up any live stream. I was literally going to type in live stream or current live stream. But guess who was live streaming? Right there in my recommendations. Right there in my recommendations. So I'm talking to my dad, and what didn't you know it? It's El Bichador. Oh my God. Oh. And so I went ahead and I said, look at this. There's this bitch that I made my puppet. And this has been my puppet for more than 5 years. And I even looked at him and smiled. I said, how much you want to bet? I looked at him and smiled. How much you want to bet? I entered this live stream and he's going to be bitching about another bigger YouTuber receiving donations, getting money. He's going to consider them as, degenerates or losers because he's spiteful because they're receiving money and he's not. And sure enough, as soon as I click on that stream, that's exactly what he's doing. He's predictable. I'm literally showing my dad just to notify him that I'm able to receive such a thing on my channel, and not really caring to get to receive this shit. And I go into him, and he's live streaming, and before I click on the live stream, I call out what he's doing regarding what I'm trying to show my dad what I'm able to get now. And he's bitching because he's able to, but not, he ain't got no one that gives a fuck to give him money anymore. God damn, I'm good. I am so fucking good. And look, the view count is 3. Geez. Any other time it would be up to 10 by now, especially with the title. They would be all up in here. But they knew. They've been bitter. Y'all been hurt. The The new phone has fucking hurt y'all. The fucking trip to Florida's hurt y'all. The fucking new TV has fucking hurt y'all. And the fucking fact that well, I tell the truth that the PlayStation VR 2 is coming. And I show you, I get a little preview of my cash. I show a little glimpse of the cash, not directly trying to prove that I got the money, but I just do a little glimpse. And then y'all want to believe it's not enough to buy. You want to believe it's like $130. Jeez, if it was just $130, I wouldn't be able to pull two of these bad boys out, now would I? If it was just $130, I wouldn't be able to pull two of these bad boys out, now we'll pull out the rest of it. So real. Why would I? I'm gonna make you dance. I'm gonna make you believe it's more than $230. Go ahead and believe it's $250, or. But I'm just that good, and this bitch is these people, and it'd be one thing. He's calling them degenerates or losers because he considers he's like saying, oh, these people live online. No, you see these motherfuckers. He's talking about going out, doing things, having their content other than revolving their sitting their ass down in their couch talking about football, or at their kitchen table feeding their face. They go out of their house other than walking down Walmart aisles filming themselves. They have personalities. They can go outside their box of comfort to come up with other content that to involve their audience. You was a one-trick pony, and it wasn't even a trick. It wasn't even like a one. You typically would say it's a one-trick pony, but it's not even a trick. It's something that comes natural. Everybody rages at video games. You are just the first person that was basically jumping on the box, recording yourself raging, and it caught on to a little bit of a fucking fad within a small, very, very small audience. And then you just let that audience go. And it didn't allow the interest to decrease. The interest, or the people that like watching, you just allowed them to go elsewhere. And now you're totally irrelevant. You just need to face that fact. You're irrelevant. What you say about me is more so about you. You're irrelevant. I don't care if I'm not irrelevant, or I'm irrelevant or not irrelevant. But the fact is that I could hurt these puppets so much, and the fact that they can jump in, and then certain things happen, certain things are said, and they'll make their shits come in at the crowd at one moment, and then after certain things happen, they can make it even more evident that they're fucking butthurt and not show up now. But they'll be in, and eventually, maybe after 2 to 3 minutes of this live stream, then the number will reach to 10, or they will end up coming after the live stream's over. But they're going to dance. They just know there's truth being told right now, so they're fearing it. They just know I just love how good I am. God damn, I'm good. Imagine that. Me calling it out right there to my father that this motherfucker is going to be bitching about more relevant people. Completely relevant people in spite of him. And knowing he's only the bitter person that has his hand out wanting to receive money and is only pissed because he's not getting none. So he's talking about people that obviously has a life outside of a complete box that he's living in. That's actually doing stuff, relevant stuff to receive money, rather than riding the coattail of their past glories or past niche audience of a person raging at Call of Duty. I just love how I called it. How can I be so good to call that shit out? Oh God, I love it. I love myself. And my dad was fucking smoking him. My dad was even talking shit. I wished I had it recorded. My he's like, he sounds like a butt. He sounds just like a butt. I can't use the word exactly. My dad was fucking burning him. Oh. I tell you what, it was a beautiful. But damn allergies is fucking. Earlier today, no signs of my allergies. No sign of my allergies. But after I get through playing pool with him and shit, my allergies start bothering me. But it was beautiful. And get this too. I told him it'd be one thing if this motherfucker, he's talking about people not having no life just because they're receiving money, and it's 100%. Not one person that doesn't have a life cannot see that he's bitter about the money. He's not telling these people they have no life outside of YouTube because they don't, or they are people that's literally addicted to making videos or live streaming stuff. He's bitter because of the money. And here's the kicker: these people can leave. They can leave YouTube and be financial stable, living off of the money they made. He can't. He was never receiving that kind of money when he was. So they can't. And here's the thing: like I said, they go outside their square box to make content, not because they have to, but just because they have the creation to do so. They have the creativity to do so. He don't. His limited creation is just the simple childish shit. And he can walk through the woods and slink snot out his fucking nose. That's a degenerate. Someone that's a degenerate and is clinging on to his relevancy on YouTube is someone that drops down to a child's level content. Someone that's a 10-year-old stuff he would do. That's a degenerate. A fucking person that's hanging and clinging on to what he what he wants to believe was more than a case that he actually had, and he's clinging on to it. He's clinging on to it, going slinging snot out his nose and licking it with his tongue. His creativity, he had no more than fucking rage videos that Call of Duty was going inside a small mall and getting on a child's ride, quarter ride, and doing that shit. Going in Walmart and getting on a bicycle, a child's bicycle, and riding around up and down. That was his that was his limitation. Oh my God. And they're degenerates because they receive money. Oh my God. Oh. We got super chat. Aslaw, here's $5 to Groom Jerry. Thanks for dancing, bitch. Thanks for the $5. And by the way, I'm not going to mention any super chats. I'm going to say that shit. I'm going to say this shit just like El Presidor, just to have you try to call it out on me. Super chats have got to reach to a certain extent before I acknowledge them. You got that, bitches? I'm not going to acknowledge them, and this is to a certain extent. You give $5, I will read it off. Hell, if you get it up to $100, I might take my shirt off. But oh, look at you, so real. I thought you wasn't wanting the money. Why you mentioned it? I don't give a fuck. I could turn the shit off right now. And I done told you, I'm more likely not even going to do the necessary. I don't even know how to receive the money. I don't even know how to receive the money. And no, I'm not going to cut Jerry's hair just because you tell me to. I'm going to cut Jerry's hair because I'm supposed to, and especially not because you give me money to. I'm not going to cut Jerry's hair until it's preferably the time to do so, and the time to do so is not now. Am I going to cut something off of him that's supposed to keep him warm during this winter? No. It's like me going out in the cold and not putting my coat on. That's his coat. It's supposed to keep him warm during the winter. He gets sick, especially Yorkies. Yorkies are especially what's the word I'm looking for? Vulnerable to sickness due to weather. If they're but. And also too, hold on. I didn't do this because I want to save money. I got this because it was given to me for free, and I'm wanting to try it because I want it to be more. I want to create more trust. I want to create more of a bond between me and Jerry. So I got this to possibly start doing it myself. I've done buzzed him once, not completely. I did what you would call a grooming. Hygienic groom. I buzzed his rear end so stuff wouldn't get stuck to him, and he did very well. I think I did very well doing it. He did very well doing it. He didn't get agitated. He didn't growl at me. He came up to me. I just I don't know. I think I've even mentioned this, but I lifted his from underneath, and I got it. And he didn't come agitated. He didn't come uncomfortable, and I did a good enough job, and it did. So I'm actually thinking I might start grooming him myself. You did a good job, didn't you, buddy? But see, 6, the strength. Am I not right? It's done got up to 6. It's going to get up to 10. Do I care if it doesn't really? Or 7? Do I care if it really doesn't? No. The simple facts that I am that much of a puppet master is amazing. And and like I said, he wants to believe that their lives are in fear because they're wrapped up. That they're wrapped up. When anybody would say that they're stupid if they didn't go for the money. Anybody with a life would say that they're stupid if they don't go with money or give up the money. Like he would say, he would probably say more positive of them if they was to give up the money. But he's like I said, he's got his hands out. He got his hands out. Look, he was live streaming. And did not receive one fucking donation. I got one. Do I give a fuck that he did and I did? Would I really give a fuck if that donation is what do they call it? Taken back or whatever. I don't care. Like I said, I don't even know how that shit works. Does the money go into my debit card that's signed in, or like I pay for? I rented a movie. I rented a ambulance, and I paid for it with my debit card. Does the money go right into my debit card that I got tied with my YouTube channel, or do I have to link a bank account, routing number right back to my bank account? Does the money go in there? Do I got to do that shit to get the money? Or is it still where I have to fill out paperwork or put some? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I'm more likely not even going to care to look into it. Maybe I'm at most I might look into it. I might look it up on YouTube and let's say how to receive your super chats from live streams. How to receive the money. I might look it up a video on YouTube that might tell me how, but I don't care. Bottom line. But it'd be like I said. I told my dad it would be one thing if he wasn't the one that said he wasn't going to be doing this after a certain age. He's telling them that they have no lives outside. That they're clinging on to it. They're not clinging on to it. They're just doing what naturally someone do. If they have the opportunity to make money, if they are going to get the money, then yeah. You are the one that's clinging on to it. Like I said, you are the one that's irrelevant and just holding on to past coincidences off of a niche thing. And you are the one desperate to keep that delusion in your head. So you're clinging on to YouTube past the age you said you was going to stop. You said you wasn't going to be doing this after 50. You said you was going to quit YouTube after 50. And how old are you now? 51? 52? You're going to be doing this. You're going to be in denial and bitching about people making money and you not. On the day you die, you probably be live streaming while you bitching about someone else making money while you're not. You're going to kill over. Oh, this YouTuber's making so much money. Am I going to find that funny? No, I ain't going to find nothing funny about someone kicking the bucket. But you would. You'd be spiteful and that bitter about someone making money. If someone I do remember someone, celebrating the knowledge of that someone being dead. See, I'm not spiteful. I'm not bitter, because I know I got the better of you. I ain't gonna celebrate your death, but we knew someone was amused at the notion that someone was under the impression that I was dead. But oh, look, it's 10. Look, the view count is up to 10. uh, oh, now look, it dropped down to 8. uh, I just love that. How can it be? I mean, he's been very unactive on his channel lately. I wonder why. I find that also quietly ironic. You know, I was inactive for a while after someone made a video about me because he was reacting to a certain event for me doing something recently, aka dancing for me by his own belief in your judgment, shared judgment, especially within its involvement, me having a trip somewhere very nice, and also involving the opposite sex, which he cannot have no normal reaction to or interaction with. He can't have no normal action interaction with the opposite sex. Namely, like say one example, him holding the door open for one, and not speaking to her, not saying nothing, not having no examples other than that one story. This whole year, whole life of you being on YouTube. But and then when the woman didn't say nothing, did he rage at her or did make the example that he was upset with her? No, he was upset at her husband or her boyfriend because of her not having the manners to apologize. I mean, to be thankful for him opening the door. Which is that called for to be thankful? I mean, it's courtesy to thank the person. Do I thank for a person that opens the door for me every time? Yes, I try to, but it ain't something to be frustrated with. It's sure as hell not enough for a normal person to go make a video about it, raging about it, and most certainly not to misdirect the frustration not at the person that you should be a normal person to be, but direct it at the significant other. The only reason why a person would do that, direct it at the other person opposite than the person that should have done the action that he's upset about, is because maybe he's jealous of the guy. He's jealous because if her man would open the door, she would have thanked him. She would have probably gave him later on interactions for holding that door for her, and he's mad. He gets nothing. He doesn't even get acknowledgement, let alone what her husband gets from her. See, that's the typical reaction. That's why he again. That's typical reaction from a guy that actually has never got any. A typical reaction from someone that's something minor, so little, as being upset of not receiving courteous as a thank you for a courteous action of holding the door. He gets, because he's never got any, he blows over for the minor insignificant things. I've never had pussy, so I'm gonna blow over because I wasn't thankful. Because I never see pussy. I'm gonna be spiteful and blow over for the littlest reactions of not being show gratitude for because of what I've done, what I sacrificed to that woman. I held the door open for her. How dare her not thank me properly and show common courtesy of gratitude to me for opening that door for her. How dare she? Imagine if he was to have intercourse with a woman. Imagine if he blows off for the minor smallest little things. Imagine him actually having sex with a female and then her being satisfied, which I doubtfully, but let's say just for laughs and kicks, she reached climax and he doesn't. How upset she would be. How dare I go through this work to satisfy you, and you fail to get. Oh my God. But again, like I said, I'm getting off going here and going there. Oh my God. Oh God. Damn allergies and fucking. It's so sad. It's a sad state of affairs this puppet's in. It's a sad state. It almost drives me to tears. Can you imagine? Yeah, that's just a perfect title. Can you imagine? Oh. Someone that's literally practically washing his dishes while live streaming, upset with other people receiving live streams, knowing very well that he's also the bitch that used to, claim like I claim. He used to claim what I'm claiming right now, that I don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about making money on YouTube. He used to say that shit. Until then, he started demanding more views and then all of a sudden he started demanding likes and shit like that, and then he cut off Call of Duty altogether. And then he starts like saying, "Oh, he never gonna be one of those people, kisses asses for super chats and shit like that." He said he never do be into that shit and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, he's kissing ass. He cuts his shit on, and this all wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you. The person that said that he was going to quit YouTube at a certain age, all of a sudden starts not only kissing ass for super chats, but goes back and starts playing Call of Duty again, which also he said he was never going to do. He said he was never going to go back and play. This motherfucker can't be taken for his word for any motherfucking thing. And it's not just because he's toying. He's not toying. He's not toying with nobody. He's predictable. He's the loser he claims everybody else is. And even in a worse off state. Worse off state. Oh my God. I wonder what happened. It don't do nothing when I push there. I love it. I say that the view count was going to get up to 10, and I was going to call it up too. As soon as I hear too much truth, people was going to leave, and they hear especially too much truth about you know who. They hear too much shit truth being poured about someone. As I hear they go, and here you go. We out. Just like fucking Ludacris. Time rolled out. Oh my god. This motherfucker. Man, they're bitching because someone else is receiving money. Like he wouldn't have his hands out, or actually has his hand out expecting money to be given, or saying that he is more worthy of the money while washing fucking dishes. Really washing fucking dishes. Bitching about you other YouTubers. Which so real, you're washing dishes right now. I'm doing it just for the irony of it. Irony of it. And here's the thing. He didn't get no money. He didn't get no money, but I did. And here's the thing, dude. I'm not gonna get it. I could get it, but I'm not carrying it because to hold out my immediate hand to get it. Oh my god. I'm actually really enjoying that Alan Wake game. And I'm really enjoying watching Twilight Zone on my new TV. I think I've got binge watched all the way until season 5 now. One of the episodes I watched today was one where it's the end of the world with this younger woman and an older woman trying to survive the end of the world due to the sun being Earth knocked off its orbit, going closer to the sun little by little, to where everybody's dying, going to die due to burning up in the sun. And the old woman dies, then the young woman sees her painting melting, the paint melting on the canvases and shit around her, and then she dies. Then she all of a sudden is showed on a bed with an old woman sitting, knelt down by the bed with a doctor checking the woman, and she gets up from the kneeling at the bed, reinforces a window during a snowstorm, and So you're hinted at it that it was all just a dream, and the doctor said she was running a fever. So it was a reason why she was dreaming that the sun was getting, the place was hot, was because of her fever. And it was just a dream. But then the doctor steps back, and the old woman approaches the doctor nervously as he starts talking about it's being the opposite. It's not the Earth knocked off of the orbit, knocked out of its orbit, going toward the sun. It's actually going away from the sun, further and further away from the sun, and they're facing the true issue is actually they're all going to freeze to death. It was a pretty good episode. I liked it. I think there's only 5 seasons, so I'm pretty close to being done with the old Twilight Zone. I am going to watch the newer ones, the ones that was in color. That was made recently. I will watch them as well. Matter of fact, I remember one of those on the Twilight, of the new ones. I know exactly which one's my favorite of it. This guy, one of the soldier or something, was caught by aliens. This alien race is attacking or in war with the human race, and they have captured him, and he has vital information that would change the. If found out, it would change the who was going to win the war with this information. It was a attack plan, and they tricked the human that they caught by changing one of their female aliens into a human, disguising her to be human, pretending she was a captive, being captured too, and he falls in love with her and ends up disclosing the plan of attack the humans have, that was going to be a difference changer in the war, that they was going to assure the humans win, and he ends up disclosing that information to her, and then they came and got her, and he's fighting, trying to say, no, you ain't changing her. They was also leading that they was turning her into an alien, but actually she tells him, said, don't worry about that, they're not changing me into an alien, they're turning me back. So he's like, after they leave, he busts out crying because he was fooled. That's one of my favorite episodes. Of the newer Twilight Zones. And after I get done with all the Twilights, I'll probably watch The Outer Limits. But I don't got all access to all of them. I think I got access to just first 2 seasons. Oh shit, I forgot about these bowls. Fuck. Wait a minute, they look clean. They don't look dirty. Let me look at them again. They don't look dirty. Fuck out. Well, the goddamn water done got it. Oh. and Deliverance. During that last live stream, we were playing a game. That game on Wake references fucking Stephen King directly, references the Shining, references Deliverance, references Alfred Hitchcock, and it references as a close trying to mimic fucking Twilight Zone with those TVs broadcasting episodes that's totally practically, it's like mini rip-offs of fucking Twilight Zone. It's considered paying homage to the classics. I love the simple facts that I fucking own him, and I'm owning y'all. Here I am owning him over a Pacific situation. The certain stuff, trying, just to show my dad I'm owning him. My dad goes into owning him. And then examples of me, I'm starting to stream regarding owning him. And I even bring up what he looks for and what he's mad over, I'm fucking getting. And I'm owning y'all. Y'all wanted to believe if I ever read off those super chats, or if I ever acknowledged that I'm getting super chats, that y'all was going to own me. Once y'all seen that I signed up, or I made it where possible, or I launched it where I could get it. And here y'all are. I get one, I read it off, and y'all are not in here celebrating that I'm dancing regarding it, that I read it off and shit like that. Y'all can't, because when I did so, I owned y'all. And anybody with a life would say I owned y'all, that I'm fucking having y'all dance by your own beliefs, and I'm also having you pinpoint giving me money while doing so. How can y'all be owning me while also putting fucking money in my hand? And you make it, you just like a delusional loser, being denial about something. The view count wouldn't be go down. Here it goes back up, but it wouldn't be go down at all if y'all was getting what y'all would have been. If y'all was owning me, y'all wouldn't even been so hesitating of coming in here, especially with the title, pressed his titles. Y'all wouldn't have been so rehensive of coming in here immediately especially with that title. But like I said, y'all hurt. The new phone, trip to Florida, new TV, soon to come PlayStation VR, and now monetization on my channel. But so real, how can we be hurtful about you being able to receive money when we're the one giving it to you? You all, it'd be one thing if you haven't claimed that you could do something. See, that's the difference. I say I have something, or I'm going to do something, I do it. I don't say I could do something and then don't do it. Y'all have. You see, I would never be in a chat I never am in a chat. I'm never dancing by someone else's judgment in someone else's channel. Comment section. And I especially wouldn't be saying, I would do this. A person with life would said, you wouldn't be saying that without that action. Without doing that action. You would just do that action if you could do it. Or you leaving the window open for someone to call you out on it. Don't say what you could do or what you're able to do without doing it. You would just do it. Just do it. I like me. That 2 times that ex-bot YouTuber that money ain't nothing to me. I have to have it to live, stuff like that. But I'm not going to consider me giving money away to make someone dance or me receiving money to make someone dance. You're dancing point blank anyways off of your own beliefs. So give him more money just like you would believe if I was to do, but I give money so I could put more text into that Xbox so he will more understand it. And then he danced because wanting to know it wasn't enough text for him to get what I was hinting at. Then he kept his eyes on this comment section waiting for me to clarify, and where I clarified, I owned him. He had no rebuttal. But and not only he did not have no rebuttal, he called out for his what's it called? His panel. He called out his panel to attack me. His other streaming people that he had in the stream with him to attack me, and he also had he called out his audience to attack me when I speak the truth and he couldn't handle it. Because just like a certain individuals has to believe they have the best, the most preferred, cause that validates their preference. If they are able to lie to themselves and lie to others and somehow dilute others right along with themselves, that validates their preference because they need that preference. It can't be just their preference and they like it and they're satisfied with it. That proves that them having to have that shit just proves that they're not satisfied. Because if they were satisfied, they would be too much distracted to need this shit. They would be too distracted to enjoying their shit and not needing to create a YouTube channel to push a narrative that they're satisfied. They would be just too busy being satisfied. But no, you have any one of them losers in here, they couldn't rebuttal none of this shit. I turn my PlayStation on. I don't need no voice in my head saying this is the best. I don't need no one else listening to me lie to myself while I lie to them saying it's the best. I don't need, especially no other person that's deluded as I am, to pat my back and agree with me, to do streams with me, to lie to me that I'm satisfied and I'm playing the best. I don't need to come up with no damn catchphrases. We're eating good over here to delude myself that I'm playing the best or I'm satisfied. All of that shit just proves you're not. And you're sure as hell not satisfied when your arguments, the things you are defensive of, especially being the truth, that you're being defensive of and going against the grain, what's more beneficial and your fellow gamers. Your so-called fellow gamers culture, your fellow gamers in your culture. You're going against the grain of what improve your culture and the satisfaction of your fellow gamers, improving it all for all around. But no, what's primary to you is your delusions. That's it. Not the game, the improvement of the platform you play, the preference console you play, not the improvement of the quality of the software, the games you play. What matters to you is just your emotional state. And this kind of speech is exactly what shut Hebot down. These preferences is exactly why Hebot is no longer pushing narratives, Xbox narratives like he used to anymore. He's mainly playing these 8-bit games and fucking toys, figures on his channel primarily now. This is he will go into his fellow loop, his bat patters, and push those narratives on and they get this too. He is most recent. He's talking about people being false gamers. He's talking about not directing it towards certain choice of console gamers, but he's just saying it's all over. It's a sad day that it's a sad day because E3 is no more. Who do you think is the blame for fucking E3 being no more? Guess what company has more fault in it being E3 being irrelevant anymore? Xbox. Xbox was the first, the primary company of abandoning E3. They was the first in line to abandon it. They was the first one to introduce of showing their games off on live streams on YouTube. And I love he don't get that irony. He doesn't. He's not going to disclose that information. Why? Because he cannot point Xbox in any kind of negative light. The Xbox was the first fucking people that abandoned it. Why? Well, also, E3 was a naturally dying thing that was going to die eventually, no doubt. But Xbox was the first one to do so because they was totally irrelevant. They are the world record holder of having an event at E3, and none of the games actually come to fruition. None of the they had a whole entire show, and every title that they showed in one event of E3 never seen the light of day. God damn allergies, I hate them. I hate it. So yes, I agree with him. It's a sad day for gamers because I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to an E3. And I most certainly wouldn't be like those losers. They would be the same losers that you see in those videos and those screenshots of people getting on stage with Phil Spencer and literally getting down and kissing the floor and kissing his fucking shoes. He would actually be one of those losers. If I would have went to an E3 and seen the head of PlayStation, and I wouldn't go running on stage and kissing the damn shoes. If he was to been out amongst shaking hands and signing autographs and shit like that, and I don't even see him as a person that should be asked for an autograph. He's not an actor. He doesn't have a talent like an actor does, or a music artist, or I wouldn't see him as a guy that I would be interested. You know, I would walk if I was to walk past him and seeing it was him. I would just walk by him and keep on walking like it was a normal person, normal Joe. I would probably say hi and maybe, but I would not approach to him like he's a fucking god. But that's what you know who would do, and especially that goof dingleberry Sega man. God. I also like this. I like this. I would do it, and I have the capability of doing it. But I even shut it. He bought down and proved. I hit him in such a way on one matter so much that he didn't even know that he gave himself and his fellow crewmates a loss of credibility. I was talking to. Within PlayStation, Xbox live chat, text message chat, I fucking got him to admit that Sega Man. I brung up that fucking original Xbox game, Bruce Lee. I literally got him to admit that game was garbage, and not only that, to admit that fucking Sega Man only held that game off of favoritism of Bruce Lee, because it's Bruce Lee, you playing as Bruce Lee, that he only held that game to be good because of Bruce Lee, namely because it's a Bruce Lee game, not because the game is good. And that right there just shows, if he's going to hold or state a game is good because of the character you play, rather than the game's just reward of being held good, it shows you have no credibility at all. If you're going to hold preference due to a character being inside the game rather than to give a game, just shows that you also, just like he argued that he wasn't saying that guy, that little clip I made, he was referring to saying I'm not believing Sega Man, or saying Sega Man's lying. Oh, I'm not saying this game's good because it's the Xbox game, and then says, oh, this is what you're supposed to do if you're an Xbox fan. You're supposed to back up your IPs. You're supposed to back up your IPs. What do you think you was doing when you're reviewing a game and saying it's good just because it's an Xbox game? You're backing up your IP. You're gonna say it's good whether it's a complete shit game Just like you gonna say Bruce Lee's game is a complete shit because they got a Bruce Lee character in it. You're going to say it's good because you're going to back up because you like Bruce Lee. You're going to back up a shit game just because because it's Bruce Lee, and right there, and openly admitting that just shot his credibility down. It just shot your credibility down. And I could go right to those text messages right now and screenshot it. They're losers. Oh. Oh, it's so real. This is gonna be a live shit. He's dancing where he fucking in a prison door. He's dancing for us. He's dancing for the Xbox and the He-Bot and the Sega Man. He's dancing. While I'm telling everybody that has a life that sees this live stream that I'm doing exactly what I would say if he's doing dancing, and be oblivious to that fact, and I'm going to be also oblivious that I'm not addressing anything he says or disproving anything he says. I'm just doing what someone that's basically losing at the game and being denied about it by not addressing it because I can't refute it, and just pushing the scenario that he's dancing when it's just a sure simple facts that I'm the one dancing. He's the one. He's stringing me along, and it can't possibly be him dancing because I have nothing over him. I have nothing that would influence him. My God, I'm the one handing him money. I'm giving him money. I'm giving him relevancy by being here in his live stream in the first place. Giving him relevancy, proving that he matters, and on top of it off, I'm giving him money. How can the world I believe that So Real's dancing? Jeez, how can I believe that he's dancing? He calls me out that I'm hurt and making statements, blunt statements that not only things that I would do, that I'm going to do and can't keep from doing. Gives me exact orders saying I'm going to do this, and then I go exactly and do it and don't challenge him not to do it, refute him not, disprove him wrong by fighting against not doing it. I'll go ahead and do it anyways. God damn, how can I actually believe it's the other way around than the case is that that he obviously got the better of certain someone and is continuing proving to do so with my help being the foundation, me being the complete factor of the foundation that he has done so. Damn. And believe me, you will continue to do so at my whim. So, bottom line, you will continue to be my bitch, because that's exactly what you are, a bitch, and namely mine. Continue to yield to my will. No, that's so real.